Hi there, young explorers. Welcome to Funimation 3D Kids and Family Cartoon. Today, we're going on an exciting adventure to learn about one of Earth's most powerful and surprising forces, earthquakes. Imagine the ground beneath your feet starting to shake, rattle, and roll. Sounds a little scary, right? Don't worry, we're here to explore it safely and have fun while learning how earthquakes happen. Let's start by imagining the Earth like a giant puzzle. The Earth's surface is made up of huge pieces called tectonic plates, and these plates are always moving, very slowly, though we don't usually notice it. Sometimes, plates slide past each other, bump into each other, or pull apart. When they do, all that energy that's been building up suddenly gets released, and the ground starts to shake. That shaking is what we call an earthquake. Earthquakes can happen anywhere, but most of them happen along plate boundaries, the edges where two plates meet. Some earthquakes are tiny and barely noticeable, while others are strong enough to move buildings and shake the ground for miles. Even though earthquakes can be scary, they are also a fascinating part of how our planet works. Now, let's talk about what actually happens during an earthquake. Deep underground, the rocks are under a lot of stress because the plates are moving. Rocks can bend and stretch, just like a rubber band. But if the stress becomes too much, the rocks suddenly snap and break, releasing all that energy. That energy travels through the Earth in waves, called seismic waves, and that's what makes the ground shake. Seismic waves come in different types. The first ones to arrive are called P waves, or primary waves. They move really fast and push and pull the ground in the direction the wave is traveling. Next come S waves, or secondary waves. These waves move more slowly and shake the ground from side to side. Together, these waves travel through the Earth, spreading out the earthquake energy. Scientists study earthquakes using a special machine called a seismograph. A seismograph can detect even the tiniest earthquakes, recording how strong they are and how long they last. By studying these recordings, scientists can learn about the Earth's movements, predict which areas are more likely to have earthquakes, and even help engineers design buildings that can survive the shaking. Let's imagine we're standing on a street in a city when an earthquake happens. First, we might feel a gentle shake, like someone is tapping our feet. Then, it might get stronger, with the ground rolling like ocean waves or bouncing like a trampoline. Heavy objects may sway, windows may rattle, and the floor may feel like it's moving beneath us. This is why it's important to know how to stay safe during an earthquake. Safety tips are easy to remember. The most important thing is drop, cover, and hold on. First, drop down to the floor so you don't fall. Next, take cover under a sturdy table or desk to protect yourself from falling objects. Finally, hold on until the shaking stops. If you're outside, stay away from buildings, trees, and power lines. And remember, earthquakes usually last just a few seconds to a few minutes, short but powerful. Did you know that earthquakes can also create amazing changes in the Earth? Sometimes the ground lifts up or sinks down, forming cliffs, cracks, or even new lakes. Under the ocean, earthquakes can trigger tsunamis, giant waves that travel across the sea. Scientists watch these waves carefully to warn people along the coast. Earthquakes show us that the Earth is alive and always changing, slowly shaping mountains, valleys, and oceans over millions of years. Earthquakes are measured using the Richter scale or the moment magnitude scale, which tell us how strong an earthquake is. A tiny earthquake might be a 2 or 3 on the scale, barely noticeable. A bigger earthquake could be a 7 or 8, which can shake entire cities. The strongest earthquakes in history have reached 9 or higher, showing just how powerful our planet can be. Some places in the world are more prone to earthquakes than others. For example, Japan, California, and Chile sit along active plate boundaries, so they experience earthquakes more often. Engineers in these areas build special buildings with shock absorbers and flexible structures that can bend without breaking. Nature and humans work together to keep people safe, even when the ground starts to dance. Let's imagine a super strong earthquake underground. The rocks suddenly snap, sending seismic waves through the Earth. Buildings sway, roads crack, and rivers might even change their paths. Even though it sounds dramatic, studying earthquakes helps us understand the Earth's inner secrets. By learning where and why earthquakes happen, scientists can save lives and protect communities. Even though earthquakes are powerful, they are also a reminder that the Earth is alive and moving. Plate tectonics, volcanic eruptions, mountains forming, all these natural processes are connected, and earthquakes are just one part of the Earth's amazing story. They show us that our planet is dynamic, constantly changing, and full of surprises. So next time you feel a little shake, remember, it's just the Earth dancing slowly beneath your feet. With knowledge, preparation, and respect for nature, we can explore this incredible world safely. And what an adventure it is to see how the ground can move, how mountains grow, and how our planet keeps changing every day. Thank you for joining Funimation 3D, kids and family cartoon, on this exciting journey into Earthquakes Explained, when the ground starts to dance. If you loved learning about seismic waves, tectonic plates, and the mighty forces that shape our planet, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That way, we can take you on even more thrilling 3D adventures, discovering the wonders of Earth. See you next time, young explorers!